It's not a podcast.
It's a GarCast.
And this is the world according to Gar.
Hello and welcome to the world according to Gar. You are listening to GarCast episode number 287. I am Gar. With me as always is the GarFather.
How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
Great. No hat again, huh?
No, get my haircut tomorrow though. Finally. So that'll be good. But I gotta go to our holiday lunch. Looking like a wild banshee, as my friend's mother used to call us when our hair got long.
This is your least favorite thing to do on earth.
It's just a lunch.
Is a work lunch.
Just
the only thing worse would be an evening event, of course.
Yeah, because that would be very inconvenient. At least this is during work hours, so it's only interfering with my work life.
You technically have no choice when they do it during your work hours. They got you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not.
You had to pick your food already. It was not a large selection. It was like chicken, veal. So we got that tomorrow, and then
we can dig more into that.
We're gonna get for a quick drink with the boss after that, and then I gotta get my hair cut, and then we're going to a party at the Chiavo's, where, by the way, I'll get to our special guest in a second. He is a drone owner. He's had one for years, and I'm like, can we fly your drone around, please, at the party and freak out Smithtown?
Good.
I want to do it. All right. Anyway, enough about me. I'd like to introduce our special guest this week, DenBob.
Yes. Thank you for having me. I'm back. My back is back, and I'm excited and happy.
Your back feels better already?
Already. I was able to hop off the table, and I almost got myself an invite. Well, I did get an invite to the spine surgeon holiday party, where I would do my shtick of being a Wisconsin pathologist. But I deferred.
What sort of glutton for punishment would invite you to their spine surgeon party?
Somebody who was looking for something interesting. He was punishing somebody else.
Did you ask the spine surgeon to try to inject something to make you get taller or look taller or something like that?
Idea.
Like maybe some extra cushions in the bones to push you higher?
You know what? I was in so much pain, I would have settled to be shorter, but not in pain. Okay. No, I was bad. You could have shrunk me. I would have given a couple of inches if they just removed that whole vertebrae. Remove the disc and the vertebrae, make me 2 inches shorter, I would have been fine.
Wow.
Was it 2 inches?
That's not a bad suggestion.
Did you do the calculation? Would it be 2 inches?
I did.
Well, he knows. He's a doctor.
I need every bit.
I was actually going to ask, and then you just threw that out there. So, okay.
That must have made those trips to Happy Valley and back not so happy, huh?
Well, you know what? When I sat, I was okay. But as soon as I stood up, it was disastrous. So just sitting in the car, which, by the way, the last trip to Happy Valley, I had the Tesla experience.
Yes.
Amazing. So
it's nice, isn't it?
If you look at the full self-drive as I don't have to drive anymore because the computer's going to do it, you're going to be totally disappointed.
Right.
Totally disappointed.
You don't want that.
If you look at it like it's a tool that's going to help you drive and make you have to pay attention less, and it's actually safer because you don't get bored, and it's very cool, you're going to love it. So, for example, driving in moderate traffic, I know that it's only looking 1 or 2 cars ahead, but I'm looking 4 to 5 cars ahead.
Yep.
So if I see shit happening, I'm just going to slow down. I'm not going to test it and wait for it to see it, like the car in front of it stop and then jam on the brakes.
So you're using it like a co-pilot. You're going to you got the first 2 cars, I got the rest.
I got after.
Got it. I like it. I like it.
And then, when we do the George Washington Bridge, where it's like that 4-to-1 merge with no lines. You're
That's
out.
not great.
You just step aside, let the captain handle this piece of the drive, and I'll call you back when we get going.
So you should announce that. Like, even though it doesn't take verbal commands, you should still speak to it.
It really shines in very heavy traffic because you can kind of just put it in auto cruise and relax and not worry about the stop and goes and stuff like that. And the very, very light traffic when you're out in that rural area and you're just cruising, put that thing on 75, 80 and you're gone.
50 miles. Yeah.
And the nice thing about the new cars is you can go those speeds and it doesn't even feel like you're doing them. Like, when I'm in Christine's car now, it's getting a little older. 80 miles an hour, you can feel those things. It feels like it's 20 miles an hour.
And then I got 3 months of free electric at the supercharging stations.
Oh, 3 months?
Free electric.
Unlimited 3 months. Wow.
So they are losing money on me.
Good.
In 2 weeks, I think I've already used like $300 or $400 worth of free electric. And it's so nice. I go to charge the car. I either go to Dunkin' Donuts if it's in the morning. They have charging station, walk to Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, really?
And it's charged before I even finish a cup of coffee. And if I go in the evening, Irish pub, same shopping center. Have a Guinness. Even though I haven't been able to. That's the plan.
See, now you have me interested.
Yeah.
So I could use this as yet another excuse. I've told you guys about getting the onion. Right? That was my father-in-law's thing. I got to go get an onion. We don't have an onion. He would go to the supermarket, go to the bar next door.
Yeah.
So now I could be like, honey, I gotta go charge the car. You need it for work in the morning. I'll be back. Like it.
Did you ever get Chinese food and sit at the bar at the Chinese restaurant?
I have never done that in my life.
That was my thing. I would always say they gave the order to somebody else.
Good move. Did you go to Long River? Is that where you used to go?
Stop tempting. I've done I'll get the takeout. No, don't order ahead. I'll go there. I'll order it when I get there. And then you sit at the bar.
Yeah.
Not a Chinese place, though, but I like where you're at.
Yeah, the Chinese place he's referring to actually had a very nice, large bar with nobody ever at it. And it was right at the train station.
Sounds great.
DenBob, you are starting to freeze a bit. I know you said you were going to try the Wi-Fi.
Chinese.
There he goes.
Okay, let's go. No camera. Any better?
Yeah, I will say. So far, so good.
All right. So the Chinese restaurant, they changed. They are now Chinese and barbecue.
It's Korean. Isn't it Korean barbecue or something like that?
I don't know. I haven't been in it.
They don't seem to be doing too well.
No.
It's such a good location. Like Croxley's, who closed in Smithtown, should reopen there. But Kings Park doesn't let anything in there except for these gigantic athletic facilities, apparently.
KP.
How much of a disaster is that going to be? Oh, my God.
I don't know. It might probably be that bad. It's you get an influx of maybe 30 kids for a game? So 30 cars.
Oh, it's going to be but multiple fields.
Yeah.
Multiple fields.
Yeah. Mike is getting so aggravated right now with the bar.
I'm going to go punch this dog in the face.
You can just see his face changing as we talk.
I did get the Kings Park Instagram reel about the complex pop on my phone this morning, of course, because
it does look beautiful.
Listen, they got to do something for that area. The Kings Park's a dump. We gotta invest some money into it. So I think it's great. Just kidding. I do love how they called it KP, whatever the hell it's called. I love that.
Destination KP or KP Destination.
I'm gonna go beat the shit out of this dog right back.
Feel free to put yourself on mute while you do that, Mike.
The hell's wrong with you?
You did not.
Oh, I love it.
He's shaking the dog. You hear it?
He's shaking the dog.
Oh my God! It's like dog abuse. Call the Humane Society.
Did you see the news about Smithtown East?
No.
Very vague news coming out of Channel 12 this morning. There is an employee who is connected with troubling social media posts. They don't know if it's a teacher or another employee.
I did see that. A new hire. I saw that from my group of friends. They sent a picture of this individual who is I guess a trans or maybe a male that's dressing as a female or something like that. Right?
How'd we get here?
Smithtown East is in the news. They hired somebody that doesn't look too stable.
Oh, what about Smithtown as well with the woman making counterfeit clothing who looks like right around your age? You got to know this person.
Christine didn't know her. She saw the clip when I played it this morning. Yeah, I don't know who that woman is.
Smithtown.
But
the wild effing West out there, or the Wild East.
Wild West. You got the cowboy hat on. So what are you doing? You going to Zach Bryan tonight?
No, I got this. I wanted to show everybody. I got a package in the mail.
SpongeBob?
2 days ago.
Ooh.
It was clear, so no surprise on that one. I was in Virginia that day, and the kids were like, Dad, look at this shirt you got. It says GarFather Redmond. That's my address. 0.3 pounds. And it's this awesome, like, Christmas Hawaiian shirt. Look at that.
Nice.
With the Easter.
That's amazing.
Tiki's on. Fits me like a glove, almost as if it was tailored. And I thought the best hat to go with it was this one.
No doubt.
Call me crazy.
You know
so thank you. Thank you, whoever gave it to me. I love you.
You don't know who it was yet, huh?
No.
I do have something here, but we're waiting for the Festivus episode.
Oh, you got a similar looking package, but much fatter than mine.
I know who this came from. Oh, sorry about the mic hit.
Yeah, giveaway there.
I know who this came from because of they did
panic.
Text in
The
our
panic
group
messaging
chat.
that we ignored during last week's episode.
Yeah, it's like, did you get a package?
Sorry, buddy.
Sure enough, it was outside in the mailbox. I think it was raining, right? So I didn't go outside. I had to weather the storm.
Yeah, you hate the rain.
Not as much as my dog hates the rain.
DenBob, did anything with strange powder or ticking sounds arrive in your mailbox?
No, I do. I got 2 packages. One was a size 2, like a child size 2 shirt that
I wanted you to show up today wearing that somehow.
And then I got another package which I haven't opened yet. Well, you can't see it. I'm holding it to the phone, but I'm only on voice. And I will save that for the
Very good
episode.
Okay.
Very excited about it. Thank you, whoever sent it to me.
I was excited to try mine on, so here I am. I'll probably wear it again on Festivus.
And we apologize to our listeners about the Festivus mix-up this week.
My fault.
Mike had a previous engagement that he kind of forgot about. He was in Richmond, Virginia, right? I believe you said?
Yeah, I had a last minute, like last Thursday. Oh, one of the sales lasses was like, "Can you come with me?" One of our partners, like a sales partner down in Lynchburg, Virginia, they're having some issues, and I think we should just go sit with them. And I'm always up for an adventure. I'm like, sure, where are we going? All right, great. Bought the tickets, and then like kind of forgot because I'm not used to casting on a Tuesday, although we've done it often enough. I'm like literally going to bed Monday night, setting my alarm. I'm like, oh shit. So I messaged Gary. I mean, you know me, I was still going to try to do it.
Yeah.
But like I would have been in the air for the start of the show. I did land by 7:40, but then it was like, so I apologize.
This time of the year is crazy. And
I think we made people angry though, and now like they're going to be fired up. So when we do have it,
maybe that'll be a grievance.
It's going to be a better show anyway.
I had Zoda texting me that evening around 5:30 asking me how he could watch it and get on. I'm like, well, I said it's not happening tonight. Sorry. So,
damn, now that hurts me. That stings.
But yeah, he'll be there. So I think what we're going to do is Boxing Day, right? Did we pick a time yet? The day after Christmas, so that's Thursday.
Well, let's think about it. I mean, you got to talk to Christian because, I mean, that is a very big day in England. For the holiday, it's also like the greatest football day of the year, soccer-wise, for you Americans. I mean, not to like, so just for example, on Boxing Day, it's not soccer talk. This has to do with planning for the show. I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable 2 weeks here of soccer, just so you know. But anyway, Boxing Day, I mean, full slate. Forest plays at 10 a.m. Our time against Spurs. We could do it right afterwards. I don't know. We got to look at this.
Well, I am working that day, so I was thinking of maybe doing like 5 o'clock right on the nose, like a happy hour Festivus.
That would be 10 p.m. for
right. So he should be able to pull that off, or at least be.
Let's talk to the Sumu before we nail it down and see what works for him.
So this might work better to get him as opposed to a 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, I could be anywhere. I'll be around.
I'm good.
Who knows?
Okay. All right. Good.
I'm good.
All right. Yeah. So
let's talk about your trip to Virginia. I want to hear about that.
So let me tell you, I want to do a little. I mean, work-wise, very successful meeting. Glad I went. But it was a bit of planes, trains, and automobiles to get there. And which is always the last time I went to Richmond, we stayed in Richmond. Like I was trying to do the day trip, got down there, no problem in the morning. And then if you all recall, my flight got canceled on the way back, had to get a hotel, took an Amtrak, 6 hours the next morning with a severe hangover. It was brutal. So figure let's roll the dice again. So my coworker, she lives in Jersey, so she was getting a Newark flight, and I got a LaGuardia flight. And we had to rent a car because where the partner was 2 hours west of Richmond in Lynchburg.
Surprised they still have a town named Lynchburg.
Where, yeah, we'll get to that in a sec, where Liberty University is for reference point.
Oh, I didn't know Liberty was there. Very cool.
Yeah. And just south, probably 50 minutes south of Charlottesville, Bosco.
Excellent.
UVA, right? So she was like, well, I'm going to land at 9:30. And it was a 2-hour drive. I'm like, we're going to be late for this meeting. The meeting was noon. I'm like, I'll take the 6:59, get in there early, get the rental car, sit in the cell phone lot, swoop in, pick her up, boom, hit the road. Let me tell you, LaGuardia Airport is the nicest airport on earth now, somehow. It really is. It's unbelievable. I've been using it a lot. Gorgeous. Got an Uber at 5:20 that I reserved the night before. He was here early. Hit LaGuardia in 25 minutes. I was at the gate. I left here at 5:20. I was at the gate by 5:55.
Wow.
Right through security. Bang. We board the plane. I'm the last person on. He's like, we've got everybody spread out. There's plenty of open seats. We're taking off 15 minutes early. Boom, we go. I landed like a half hour early. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah. There was actually a lot of things.
Where did you fly into?
Into Richmond.
Now, why didn't you go to Charlottesville? They have an airport, don't they?
I didn't show Charlottesville as an option, like for direct flights.
Yeah.
The one it showed was Blacksburg. Believe it or not.
Blacksburg, yeah, they don't really have one for the time that you were at.
But everything was, you had to stop. You had to go to like Charlotte and then back to Blacksburg.
Right.
So that's what she was originally looking at. She's like, we just rent a car. And I'm like, all right, it's an hour drive from Blacksburg. And we have to go to Charlotte, like 2 stops on a plane, all this shit. I'm like, why don't we just fly to Richmond and drive 2 hours instead of 1 hour? So anyway, cool thing in the airport, little holiday season feels. I get off the plane and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people walking around in fatigues. Now, a lot of times you'll see National Guard or something kind of patrolling airports, right? And then I'm like, I think it's a little more than that. Then I'm like, oh, let me take a leak in the bathroom. There's like 10 guys in Army uniforms waiting to piss. I'm like, what is going on? And as I'm walking, I see like a little USO booth and they're handing out candy. There's like soldiers everywhere. I think Richmond, I didn't talk to anybody. They must have all flown in from, let's say, like a base, like let's say, I'm going to say Berlin or something. I mean, there was like 500 of them because I eventually got further and they were sitting in rows, like organized with like sergeants yelling at them, like on the floor in rows, like you could barely walk through them.
Wow.
And then some of them were getting on flights. So, and then they were handing out pizzas. Like it was really cool.
Did you see Gronk?
Okay.
No.
Gronk wasn't there trying to get in with them?
Mm-hmm.
So the servicemen
and women,
you were in
service people.
Well, I use the term generically.
Mm-hmm.
How often did you thank them for their service? Eye contact, nods at the bathroom. Did you do it with the guy in the stall next to you?
Nope. If I was interacting, there was so many of them that I felt like I would have had to say it 1,000 times. I just was respectful, just nodded. Yeah. I normally would do that if it was like a one-on-oneer.
And then being in the bathroom, it brings me up to another question, an etiquette question. So if you're in a bathroom, do you leave the handicapped stall open and not use it at all? Because in case somebody handicapped comes in, they could use it?
Yeah, I didn't need a stall, but in general, yes, I'll leave it open.
Yeah.
You'll leave it open. You'll stand online and wait and leave that open.
Oh, no, if it's the only available stall?
Yeah.
No, I'll use it, of course.
So what about this? In the Tesla charging stations, they have a handicapped charging station.
Right.
It was the only one open. Do I use it or is that off limits?
Legally, you can.
I mean, do I wait to see if somebody who's handicapped?
No, but I don't
drives up
think
and
it's.
just
I don't think
drives
it's.
the
I think
table?
you would get a ticket, just like a handicap parking spot.
Whoa. I didn't use it. I just waited.
I would do the same as you. I would not use it.
Yeah, what, the toilet or the charging station? What are you talking about?
The charging station. Toilets.
Charging station, not using. Toilet, I'm using it.
Toilet. I mean, if you're in a sporting event, certainly off limits. There is no such thing as a handicap stall. I think if there's a handicap stall, so you want open, if it's a piss, I'll do it. I won't dump in there probably.
What if you're about to shit your pants?
Yeah, if you're going to shit your pants, you got to go in.
I don't know. I've never really had to shit that bad, but I guess.
You haven't lived, my friend.
I did very recently, and I went right in the handicap stall, and I said, I don't care. I got to do it.
But yeah, Bosco, I think that handicap charging station, was it blue lines? Was it painted on the ground? What was it, signage?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a ticket. I think that's a ticketable offense.
Even if I'm sitting in the car.
Yeah, well, same thing. You can get a ticket sitting in your car in a handicap spot.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I didn't use it.
Yeah, just be
for those
careful.
of you who are looking to condemn DenBob, I didn't. But I thought it begged the question.
It's a good question. Glad you brought it up.
Are you finding the charging stations to be rather full?
So it's a learning curve. At the charging station in Hauppauge, if you do a long press on the charging cord, it pulls down this adapter that you would need if you had a non-Tesla vehicle.
So there's a lot of vehicles there.
I was doing a long press, and I was getting this, and I thought that stall wasn't for me. So I went to another stall.
Oh.
Only until I did the quick press, and I realized then the adapter stays up in the socket, and you get your virgin cord.
Very complicated.
So you thought?
Yeah, but I was bouncing around. Yeah.
All right. So just to wrap up, Richmond, that was nice. Got the rental car.
How did you handle it? Was it did you seek first to understand? How did you dissolve?
I'll get there in a minute. I'm just proud of how well it clicked. I got the car. She landed, picked her up, drove, and got to a 12 o'clock meeting by 11:50. Nailed it.
Perfect.
So what they are is they're a sales partner. So they have their own business, and then they layer like our phone and internet services over it. And so they have a bunch of clients. We have mutual clients, right? So we kind of wanted to go talk to how we can work better together. And definitely paid off. Went with the owner, the CEO, and the CRO. And
CRO?
Chief Revenue Officer. That's like a new term that's popping up everywhere.
So there's a CFO and an RO, a CRO, CF.
Yeah, it's usually the head of sales in my world.
The Chief Marketing Officer used to be.
Yeah, CRO.
Oh, okay. Another C.
And it was good. The owner was really nice right away. CRO was quiet, and the CEO was kind of like ready for a fight, kind of thing.
Wait, who was ready for the fight?
The CEO.
That's probably why everybody wants to kill CEOs.
Right.
Yeah. Has he seen the news?
Part of the reason why I wanted to go there is when you have kind of a little friction in the relationship, better to be in the room together.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Especially, there is a big cultural difference from people from Lynchburg, Virginia, and people who grew up in New York City and Long Island.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
And there could be big misunderstandings over phone and email.
Y'all got to get where I'm putting out there.
Yeah, and even me, I'm sure they're like, well, who the fuck is this guy?
This clown from New York City.
So we really cleared the air, talked for an hour, open conversation, didn't use the PowerPoint that she brought. It was good, actually. We joked about that. They were like, you have one ready, don't you? And we pulled it up at the end, but really good. And then they were like, so do you have other business down here? We're like, no, we came here to see you. And they were like, wow, like really impressive. I think we cleared the air and got some good future business out of it too.
All right, but let's descend into the particulars with this board.
Yeah.
So you have your CEO. He's clearly in charge of everybody else.
But his boss was there too. The owner was there, who's not very involved in it. Yeah.
Did you notice any politics between the group? Like, did the under chiefs, did they defer to the CEO in whatever he said? Did you notice any Like I love to get in these kind of groups and kind of see how they interact with each other. Is the owner going to step on the CEO and do whatever he feels like? Or is he a guy that says, listen, I hired you to run the show, just run the show?
It was definitely kind of a hierarchy of how they spoke.
Yeah.
Like the owner went first and the other two didn't say a thing. And like we talked to him and then he kind of handed it off to the CEO. And it was the CEO's turn, and he talked a lot, and we interacted with him, and the owner stayed quiet.
I read a book about the Japans. I forget the name of it, and they say that when there is a master, and they were actually detectives. I forget the name of the book, but the master says nothing, and it's the one who's up and coming in charge. He's the one who does all the speaking. So when you were in a meeting with two from the Japans, you would expect the head leader to be the guy that says nothing. So I thought that was interesting. In your situation, the owner, he talked a lot.
I was also aware of where I was, and I try to be aware of that. So I tried to not speak at all when they were speaking.
Right.
Just kind of
100%.
And waited too, like didn't assume they were done when
Nice
long
listening.
pauses happened, because they took a lot of them.
Yep.
I thought I did a good job of that.
Pause is so different than your long pause.
Oh,
I mean, a long pause in Richmond, for them, that's just a pause. For us.
Remember, I was outside of Richmond. Lynchburg is even a whole other level.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no, I know it.
But we were leaving, after an hour, and he's like, the owner was like, wow, this is good. They were really impressed we were there. He's like, and Kat, the salesperson I was with, was kind of anxious to get back to the airport. We had a 2-hour drive, but we had plenty of time. He's like, how about we get lunch? Let me take you into Lynchburg, show you a spot. I'm like, absolutely, let's go. So the owner, he invited the CEO, but he said no, he was too busy. Maybe he needed to, maybe he thought that was a test. And the owner, myself, and Kat, my associate, had a lovely lunch in an old railroad station in Lynchburg that they converted to a nice restaurant. It was great.
What'd you have?
I had a lovely fish sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. I noticed he was ordering from the lunch side of the menu, so I did the same. He got like a salad with some chicken or something. She did the same. It was good.
But nothing down south, some, south local catfish type food.
I didn't say what kind of fish it was.
Just at fish. Oh.
We were right by the St. James River. I don't know. Could have come out of there. Who the hell knows?
Could have. Okay.
But anyway,
and then how'd you get back?
Again, everything clicked. We didn't. 2:30, we're back in the car. Oh, and we got in his car to go to the restaurant. Then he drove us back to the office. 2:30, hit the road. Boom. 2 hours back. She had a 5:50 flight. I had a 6:30. Boom, bang, boom. Everything clicked. Landed in JFK at 7:40.
Nice.
Perfect.
Phenomenal.
Now, did you do the air train from JFK and train at home?
This is a good PSA. I know, Gary, you like to fly a lot.
Big time.
LaGuardia is awesome. As I said, used to be a horror show, right? I chose to come home to JFK. One, I was like, it's closer to my house, whatever. Two, it was a 6:30 flight instead of an 8 o'clock to LaGuardia. Try not to fly to JFK right now. Jesus. It's like what LaGuardia was. They're tearing the whole place up.
Yeah.
You can't. I came into Terminal 4. I was on Delta, which is like the big one. All the international flights are out of there. I'm trying to call an Uber, and it's like, you could go through it, find the guy, and then you hit it. Yeah. And it gives you a public service message like, you cannot do this as per the Port Authority. You must take a shuttle to a lot. Turns out, you can't even have like your wife pick you up at Terminal 4. Everyone has to either get on the air train or on a shuttle bus, which I did, that takes you to some parking lot. It was like a 15-minute ride. And then when you get to the parking lot, you can call an Uber.
Yeah. When the kids went down to Tampa, Maria and Nick, like I dropped them off at JFK. I spent more time, I think, in the park in the lot than the drive there. It was insane.
You got to use the air train. You got to. Yeah. So that's Matthew's construction site, by the way.
Oh, Matty.
And he has to drive there every day.
Oof.
Awful.
Oof. That used to be my halfway point from my first job was
Animal.
JFK.
Freaking animal.
Ugh.
Animal.
So where is the holiday lunch that you going to?
Me?
So it's my. Oh yeah. Gary.
I didn't know Bosco was going to one, but you can go next.
Yeah,
How about Gary?
I didn't even know where it is, actually. It's somewhere in Farmingdale, I think.
You ordered food.
I had to order it from the lady that asked. It might. I think it's some sort of Italian place.
What are you getting?
I got chicken parm.
Well, it must be Italian. I hope it's Italian then. Jesus.
All
I
right,
hope so too.
So let's talk about this. You're kind of new to the company, but kind of not. You work remotely. When you arrive, there's a big politic thing of who you're going to sit with. Or are you going to just say whoever sit down first, and whoever sits with me, well, that's who I'm going to talk to? How you planning this out?
I'm not worried. I've in my position, I've worked with a lot of people, so I'm gotten to be, even though I've only been there a year, I'm pretty well known.
Look at you. Look at you.
So I don't think I'll have trouble.
Hey, Mr. Big Deal.
Proud of you.
Just just the way I am. I'll find somewhere to sit, and my boss will probably want to sit with us.
So after a year, there's not people that particularly irritate you yet,
okay.
And there's nobody that you particularly connected to with that you would actually enjoy having the lunch with.
No, that's not true.
Yeah. So then you're going to try and sit with them at the table?
I don't know. I might, you're
going to try and get there and start talking with them, walk in together.
Wow, you really put a lot of thought into this. I was just going to go there and eat my chicken parm.
Much like the way the GarCast started and continues for some of us, there is no planning.
There, I'm just going to go.
Show up. Just show up.
Order my iced tea, get my chicken parm, and then after that, I'm going to go get a beer with the boss and
boss,
the contractor that I work with, like basically all day long. And then I'm going to get my hair cut, and then I go to the party and get a drone and fly it around Smithtown.
Love it. Today. Oh,
no.
But quickly, speaking about drinking, though, you just reminded me. Bosco, I assume you spent some time in Charlottesville area.
Yeah, for sure.
I had no idea. So we took 64 all the way across, and then you hit Charlottesville and you take 29 south to Lynchburg, which was a cool 2-lane. Every now and then there's a light going through basically like the Blue Ridge Mountains are to your right. It was gorgeous. Yeah. Gorgeous area. I got to get back down there. Yeah. Every few miles was a winery or a cidery or an apple orchard. I had no idea. And distilleries like whiskey.
I mean, so they have an amazing town. That Charlottesville they have the square. It's really awesome.
Isn't that where that big riot was?
Great restaurant. It's great restaurant. Yeah.
But I'm going back down there. I asked the guy, the owner who we had lunch with, super nice guy, Paul. I'm like, is it worth coming down here, like getting a bed and breakfast or something and doing wineries? He's like, oh, people do it all the time. He's like, you can't do it all in 2 days. He's like, there are so many. He's like, I tell you the good ones. But he said cider is the big deal down there because they grow a lot of apples. I love cider. Sounds wonderful. It's beautiful area though.
Yeah, it is nice. I did my co-op, one of my co-ops when I was in college down in Charlottesville.
Get out of here.
You didn't know that? I thought you guys had known that.
I don't think we
did a
covered
3-month co-op down there.
Doing what?
I was working for GE Fanuc.
I feel like I've heard of that.
It was a division of GE. They did kind of like switches and stuff like that. So they had a big location down there. Tom Muratori apparently worked there as well.
Cool is that? All right, this is it. We're gonna have one day in our lives. Now Guar's gonna start screaming, no, Kentucky Bourbon Trail first. We're going back down. We're going to Charlottesville, and then we're gonna do a little wine cider tour.
There you go.
And whiskey.
It's close. It's close. So they didn't have all that when I was there. So I was there and probably remember I went to the Penn State Notre Dame game, their last game before Penn State went to the Big Ten. One of the other guys that was from RIT that was doing a co-op at GE with me in Charlottesville, his hometown was Happy Valley, believe it or not. So he got me tickets to go to that Penn State Notre Dame game. And I guess that was like 92-ish, somewhere around 91, 92, somewhere around there probably.
There you go. You are full of surprises.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom's, she's like, that was probably the only time I was ever nervous with you leaving. Because I got the co-op. I had nowhere to live. I had a shitty Mitsubishi 5-speed
New York plates.
I think the muffler went when I was down there, so I had this loud New York car. It was red. It was beat up.
Mr. D. Felice, how are you?
And she's like, where are you going to live? I'm like, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I went to a hotel for like 2-3 days until I found a month-to-month rental, which was by the hospital. I guess there were a lot of nursing students and stuff that would stay there. So I was able to nail that down. I got a 3-month lease and came
early
back home.
90s. That was still very south.
Oh, man. My boss told me the difference between a Yankee and a damn Yankee.
What's that?
A Yankee is someone from up north, and a damn Yankee is someone from up north that came down there and didn't go back.
Nice.
So,
oh, man. Yeah, there was only one. We're driving. I think it was off of 64, and I'm like, there was an enormous Confederate flag just flying. I'm like, yeah, stars and Mars. Look at that thing.
It was wild. It was wild. It was cool though. It was fun time. Nice.
Look at you.
Back then when I had a lot of
like
energy and no ties to just, I could do what I want, right?
Oh man, life was good, huh?
Oh, life was good.
Whew. Damn. Great stuff. Great stuff. But yeah, it was a good mission. Good mission. Enough about that. I like random missions.
DenBob, did you want to talk about your lunch?
Oh yeah, where's your lunch, DenBob?
Well, it's in my office. It's our company Christmas party tonight.
Oh, it's today. All right.
Yeah,
Benny must be pumped.
Yeah, we don't go to a restaurant anymore. We used to do that because it just got to be annoying. So the New York City restaurants are typically really, really crowded. So it's not like you're going to get up and walk around. And you get to talk to 2 people the whole night, and then you get up and you go home. And frankly, having it catered and getting a bartender in our store, it's just a much better time. Nice. You spend as much time as you want or as little time as you want. And everybody is coming except one.
Benny. I was going to ask about Benny.
Yeah. Not coming. And I begged.
Not coming at all?
Benny, not at all.
We talked about this on an episode about a month ago.
I tried. I said, Benny, what do I got to do to get you here? And then he gave me a sidelong glance, and he says, nah, you can't do it.
Well, it's right after work. Is it starting at 5?
Yeah.
So what time does he work till?
Well, he's on vacation.
Oh,
he's not doing anything.
That's why I was wondering why he wouldn't at least be there and then leave.
That is such a Gar move. He took his vacation when the party was. He guarded it. Look at him.
Benny, he has no problem. Even when he's working, he just walks right out. Everybody's happy. Like nothing's going on.
The old Irish exit.
It's Benny. That's Benny. It's not Irish. It's a Chinaman's exit.
Are you going to booze it up tonight?
So I have not drank in like 7 weeks.
Holy shit!
Oh, he was fat. Remember?
That's horrible.
Number 1, there was the fat. Number 2, there was the pain. I have been on painkillers 24/7, so I didn't want painkiller.
So you felt fine anyway. That's good.
No, not even good painkillers. It was like a leave. It wasn't good. And then any painkillers that were any good, I took them when I went to sleep at night. So I enjoyed none of it.
Sleep's fun.
Yeah, sleep's fine. So now that I have the new spine and the new body, I'm about 18 pounds less.
Light it up.
Yeah.
Good for you. Happy
get
for
drunk
you.
really fucking fast.
Are you going to get Five Guys tonight afterwards?
5 Guys. Hello?
No?
Yeah.
You can do 5 Guys again after the party or what?
What do you mean? What's 5 Guys?
Didn't you do that on the show once?
Gary, he doesn't remember. He was drunk.
Burgers down? Oh, my God.
The one time we almost saw his brother.
We got to do that again. That was funny.
Yeah, we had our party last Thursday. It was interesting.
Yeah, how did it go? You said you were kind of not sure how that was going to go off, right? A lot of people were saying no.
It was fun. You would never think it was a corporate event. I'll tell you that.
Really?
Well, it was at the social club in Williamsburg, which I loved it. It was just like, whoa. Knocked on the door. The door's locked. They're like, hello. And then they slide the thing over and they let you in. And then we had the back room set up with trays of food and Christmas decorations and a karaoke machine. And then we were hanging out in the bar, too, with all the members. A beautiful bar. Hasn't changed since like 1930.
Wow.
And you could smoke cigarettes in there, which was wild.
No way. That's funny.
You get a headache from it?
I didn't. I was fine, but I woke up the next morning like more like the hangover was not even feeling. It was just, I'm like, what? I'm like, like it was just awful.
You picked up your clothes and you're like, oh, I forgot.
I'm like, guys, we used to do this all the time.
Did you do karaoke?
Of course.
You did.
Mike loves to sing.
Yeah.
No, I know it.
He's a show guy.
I tried to keep it to, so we had it, my buddy Harry, who's a member of the club, he did a good setup. He used his laptop, so we could just YouTube, like, any song you wanted. There's always a karaoke version. And then he had it tied to, like, big-ass speakers and microphones.
Oh, nice.
So I was basically in charge. I tried to keep it to just Christmas music, which we did for a little while, but then everybody spun off into everything else. It was fun.
Did you go into the Neil Diamond?
Upon request, yeah.
What was the one you did in, when you were overseas? Was it Every Breath You Take? Is that the big one that was over there or something like that? Was a police song?
They sang that to me.
Oh,
remember when I got to the office, they
right.
like sang it live to me.
Did you do that last night? Or last
no,
week?
But I did Sweet Caroline over there.
Okay.
They made me. I did. I'm not a big fan of doing that, but I did. I did it. Oh, I did. I Am I Said, which I love to do. I don't do that one enough.
Which one?
I Am I Said.
What's that?
You gonna make me sing it? No.
I don't know it. Yeah.
It's like I Am I Said.
Oh, okay.
To no one there. No,
I know that. All right.
So it was good. Getting there was tough because we took the train to Atlantic Terminal, and then I was like, let's just take the G train. It was freezing out last Thursday. And my boss was like, let's just get an Uber, but the Uber, it was traffic. We should have just taken the subway.
Yeah.
So on the way home, he's like, I'm just getting the Uber. I'll take you. I'm like, okay. So that was good.
Oh, I hate that Atlantic Terminal area.
Yeah, it was mayhem. And trying to find the Uber after we called it, holy Jesus.
Remember when the Islanders played there?
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
And
It was terrible.
Mars going in there tonight.
What professional athlete would ever want to go to work at the Barclays?
Never.
Terrible.
And Atlantic Terminal has like the people living there who may have got kicked out of Penn. Like, we were waiting for my boss, and I'm like, I got my back up against the wall. I'm like, these fucking people, like, walking up, hey, man, you got money? And, like, another one just, like, dancing by me. I'm just like, yep. I was like, and we got mad at a guy for riding the subway and putting one of these creatures in a chokehold.
You wished he was with you.
Listen, if anybody touched me, they were going down. Quick strike.
Yeah,
I just gave them.
Make sure they come back up. Otherwise, you're getting charged with murder.
Well, it would be if I got charged for murder for something like that. I mean, talk about the GarCast episodes.
That would be really good.
Really good.
Would be great material for the show.
Right.
I would dress like this in court. This is what I would wear. I'd be like, please address me as the GarFather. So, Gary, I know you weren't initially keeping up, but did you see our friend, the Ivy League assassin, waived his extradition rights and on his way to New York, or I think he's here, and did you see what he was charged with?
I saw your headline said first-degree murder.
Yeah, but a charge that's rarely ever used.
What was the charge that was rarely used? I didn't read the article.
Something to the effect of like first-degree murder, terrorism. Because it was
terrorism.
They love to use the word terrorism now.
Murder was committed to create fear, which I love. I love that.
It's murder. Either way, it's kind of like when they do the hate crime crap. Like they put that extra label on there now.
Does it matter why I killed you?
Right. Who fuck cares?
Well, I think it's all about the sentencing. If it's a straight murder, it's going to be 20 years. But if it's murder with terror, you're able to get him probably for life.
Where does he go, to Guantanamo?
Who knows?
That's a country club, isn't it? I don't know if I buy a terrorism angle on that. But
I don't know. If I'm the defense attorney, I'm going to take what I can get.
I mean, creative prosecutor probably it's probably like a 9/11 law they invented or something.
Yeah, probably right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to watch that. Of course, like everything else in our news cycle, it's already starting to phase its way out.
Do you think it'll go to trial, or do you think they'll settle?
I don't know. What the hell do I know? Leave that to the lawyers. I don't know.
I wonder if Rebecca has an opinion on that.
She has an opinion on everything, doesn't she? I'm sorry, she's just a lawyer.
Whoa.
Kidding. What else is going on in the universe?
Do we have email? I think I saw something this week pop up.
We actually have one, and it was from the...
Was it with anticipation of it being a Festivus episode? I don't read it.
One of the least... I was shocked. I just opened it a few seconds ago. Not the email, the Gmail itself. And I was going to mention this listener, And funny enough, as an email, came to us 2 days ago. I like that she replied on the last email, maybe one of the only ones she ever sent, from October 25th, 2022.
Wow.
Is the last time we heard
2 years ago.
Via email.
Oh, I know who this is. This is one of my favorites, I bet.
All right.
Let me guess.
It's from the one and only.
Should I
Smile
make a
Lines.
guess?
From Smile Lines.
Okay,
Sorry.
Smile Lines, I would have guessed somebody different.
Okay.
Somebody I was hoping to hear from, but didn't.
All right. Well, you keep clicking your heels and make a little Christmas wish. We'll see what happens.
Hoping for Hey You, Hey Do.
Oh, did get a hug from her. That was nice. Yeah, she was. Did I tell you that she came to Mrs. O'Donoghue's wake?
No.
I know. I would have turned around. I would have come back.
I know. I should. You probably would have turned around. Okay. So Smile Lines on her subject was high from October 25th, 2022. Merry Christmas, GarCast. All right. Why not?
All right. What a way to start. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Back at you. Love the Jury Duty on Netflix.
Oh.
Yes.
Christmas Miracle for Bosco.
Woohoo.
Wow. So good with 3 exclamation points. Just watched Carry On with Jason Bateman. Never heard of that. Anyone?
Yeah, I saw
No,
that.
I don't think I know that one. Is that Netflix, I guess?
Big fan of his. Not that great of a movie. But if you're bored, it's new. All right, don't put that on Gar TV.
No.
To make you laugh, I ordered Instacart. Wait a minute. I thought she gave up on Instacart years ago.
Well, she's making
Under
you
that
laugh.
incident.
She did it just to make you laugh.
I ordered Instacart from Stop and Shop, and I thought that it did not go through. I hit it again.
Oh, no.
It went through twice.
How many
Oh, no.
things of olive oil did she get this time?
Good memory.
Oh.
2 shoppers showed up outside with the exact same items.
You would think they might have some system check to make sure that doesn't happen,
Apparently not. And if you want to F with one of your friends,
huh?
do 5 orders of the same shit and send it to their house. I watched it in the Ring camera. They were so confused and laughing at me. I hid in the house because I was embarrassed.
Oh, no. She should have sent one of the rats out to answer the door.
Anyway, Merry Christmas. Love the Smile Lines.
Oh, it's always nice to hear from her. We've had so many good stories from her over the years. The neighbor's dog, and
I can't keep up with them.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. The basketball net, the signs. Does she still put signs up?
The Riddle Tree?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. We need to bring that back. That was amazing. I do know the rest, the second part of this story. She somehow contacted Instacart, or like I guess because she didn't talk to them, but Instacart refunded her for both orders.
And she didn't take either one?
Like she did.
Oh.
I think she took one and then got refunded for both instead of just the one they took back or something like that. She couldn't say enough good things about Instacart now.
Wow.
Just so you know.
She's back.
Yeah.
She's back in. And she's
Now, was she
also
ordering.
what?
Was it a holiday order?
No.
Was she hosting Christmas? Was it that kind of Instacart order?
No, because I
Like
actually
stocking up with holiday.
I don't know. I don't know what she got.
So you're obviously not going to her house for Christmas.
No, well, the part I was gonna tell about is she hit me up a couple weeks ago and was like, I think it's my turn to host Christmas, but can you host Christmas? We decided to go to Costa Rica and come back on Christmas Eve night. I was like, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Can't wait to see the foods down there.
So I just spoke to her like 2 hours ago. She called me from Costa Rica. I thought, of course, someone was dead.
Oh, God.
But just like Smile Line says, she wanted to tell me a hysterical story. So they landed yesterday. She is actually staying at, I had no details. This was kind of last minute. She's staying at the resort where they filmed The Golden Bachelor.
Oh, no.
How many Golden Bachelors have they had?
I don't know. The original. I don't know. The one. And
One of them.
she didn't tell me that. I looked up, like, what's the name of the resort? I look it up, and the first thing that pops up is The Golden Bachelor was filmed here.
Ah.
Oh, no.
But it's like in the middle of the mountains. Like if you look at it on a map, it looks like there's no roads. It's like next to a volcano and hot springs. She said the drive there yesterday in the dark, in the pouring rain, was like on these muddy roads on cliffs.
Oh.
My nephew Robbie was throwing up in a bag.
Oh,
They were all like screaming and shaking. She said it was horrible. She's like, I don't want to go back. Saturday morning, they're leaving this resort and going to like a beach. And she's like, I'm terrified.
Pray for good weather. Sunny days ahead, hopefully.
So yeah, they always a story with her, that's for sure.
Speaking of weather, I was looking at the future forecast.
Give us the future cast.
They call it a little snow on Saturday, and
don't you tease us.
Christmas Eve afternoon and evening, they're calling for some snow. At least that's what it said this morning when I looked.
Don't you think the weathermen
maybe like an inch?
Do you think they do that on purpose? Like if it's going to be cold enough, they just say, chance of flurries.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to have a little white for the Christmas holiday, wouldn't it?
Saturday, I definitely see AM snow.
Yep.
Christmas Eve, I've got a mostly cloudy, a few flurries or snow showers.
Yeah,
as long as it's cold. I don't like those weird Christmases where it's like 60 degrees.
Oh, I remember a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, it was like 10 degrees out. I remember I was smoking and it was actually hard to keep the smoker somewhat warm with that.
Can you see? I just had this vision of Gary leaning on his stick shift vehicle in Charlottesville, Virginia, smoking some Newports or something.
Probably was smoking Newports.
Oh, man, you were just a magical man of mystery.
It's good times. Good
so,
times.
Yeah, smoking was never for me, and especially after last Thursday. And then, Friday. Thank you to loyal listener Rob O'Donoghue. I know Bosco probably had a little bit of jealousy. I don't know if he was following along there. Rob took me to his private members-only club for dinner. You got to I suggest you all joining Rob one day right there in Eisenhower Park, which is my second home. What the hell is it called? The Union? Oh, so it's the Union Steakhouse. Anybody can walk in and have dinner. It's in the old Carlisle on the Green, which was like the catering hall there.
Yeah.
So you walk in, and then if you're going to the General, you have to show your membership card or have Rob. We had gotten texted because we get signed up with guest passes to our phones. We had to show them, and then a young lady leads you up this mysterious staircase. And the General is on the second floor. Members only. Beautiful bar. Couches with tables. You could eat at the couches if you want. And they had tables if you want to sit. But the smoke.
Again.
Everybody's smoking cigars.
Ugh.
Now, I will say, the way they have it set up, the room didn't look smoky. I mean, you could certainly smell it, but it wasn't bad. They have quite a filtration system going on. But even when you're eating dinner, they slap an ashtray down in front of you.
That's great.
Yeah, it's wild.
Love it.
Are you old enough to remember like going to hockey games and everybody was smoking in the Coliseum or something like that? It was all smoky in there.
That I don't remember.
It was like it ended in the 80s. I think when the Islanders were winning cups, like it changed to you could only smoke outside. But I think early 80s you could still smoke inside the arena at your seat.
Maybe they should bring it back.
Yeah, anything will help.
Well, then maybe you wouldn't be able to see the shitty performance on the ice from any team in New York because all three of them suck right now, including the
you must be enjoying the complete collapse of the Rangers.
I am
opera over there.
I am quietly enjoying that.
Did they fire the GM today? Did he get fired?
I don't know. They just traded what's his face, right?
Kako.
To Seattle. No more Cock in New York. It's amazing. They do have a pretty talented team. I can't believe it. And it's even funnier. Two of the best goalies probably in hockey, like definitely top 5, play here in New York with horrible teams in front of them right now.
It's wild. Hockey's a mess.
It is a mess.
It is a mess. I would like to get over to an Islander game though, just because they're right here.
Oh, dude, you probably go for nothing right now.
Oh, yeah.
I should look at tickets while Ryan's home from school. See if there's like a night game that comes up as like $5 or something.
Yeah, that's the move.
You know,
Yeah. By the way, I was mentioning before, Maria's going into Barclay tonight to see Zach Bryan.
Oh, nice.
But it's like her first trip there, and she's going with like a whole bunch of girls. It's like it's a little nervous as a parent, right? But I know the walk and stuff. Huh?
Yeah, you know how it is. But you gotta like just cross that plaza there.
Yeah. Christine's like, you make sure you give her all the rules. I'm like, well, she is going with Mark Sacco's daughter. He's a Suffolk County cop.
Okay.
The kids are already pre-programmed as to what to watch out for. So
she'll be all right. The big group, they'll be okay.
She'll be fine. I'm interested to see what the outfit looks like.
She want to borrow my hat? She want my hat?
She might.
I spent a significant amount of money on tickets for him. That's, I think, in the summer or something when he's back.
So we thought about buying her tickets to this concert, but we were hoping that he would play at UBS like he did last year. He played at Brooklyn and then played at UBS. He added shows. He didn't do that this time, and the tickets for Brooklyn were like $400, like right now, like that last week. But they had a friend that couldn't make it, so I'm sending the mother $100 for the ticket right now.
Beautiful. That's nothing, dude. Those tickets are going for like hundreds.
Yes. Yeah. They literally like $350, $400 for like the cheapest seat you can get now.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I think he added one show, right? So I think he's doing 2 shows this week.
Yeah. Good job, Mar. Way to go, Mar.
She's very excited. I think that's probably one of her favorite artists at the moment.
Yeah, my kids saw him last year and loved it, so should have a good time.
Yeah, my kids go all the time.
Yeah, I will warn you, if you recall, my kids didn't know exactly who he was, but Bruce Springsteen did come on stage.
I remember last year.
So just give her the rules about the boss.
He usually brings in different people from the area, right? So it's a song he always pulls. Actually, I think Christine worked with a woman whose daughter got called up to stage at one of those shows. Because I think he does one of the songs. I don't know which one it is. Maybe Revival, I think, or something.
Revival, is the one usually.
By the way,
fun.
Revival, very easy song to play on the guitar. It's 4 notes.
You Gartar.
4 notes.
Gartar. One holiday thing I have coming up this weekend. One of our loyalist of listeners that you guys don't know, but I often mention, Kirsten Duffy. Going to the Duffy Christmas party this Saturday. Always a good time. Looking forward to that.
Beautiful.
So we'll have some GarCast talk. She's like a GarCast historian. Like, she never missed an episode. She knows everything.
There are listeners out there that don't participate. I'm going out to dinner with 2 loyal listeners tomorrow night, friends of mine for a really long time, Terry Motherway and Todd Wagner.
What's up?
Looking forward to it. Actually, one of them. Terry's not going.
I need to pick up the kids at 3.
Are you doing? I'm not. John's picking.
Okay, love you.
Are you doing the thing right now?
Hold on, Ryan's here. Say hello. There she is. Portland's finest. These are some of your biggest fans, right?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, biggest fan. Congratulations. You're doing amazing.
They're congratulating you on a great.
Thank you.
By the way, she got her grades. She actually did pretty well in school too. So how about that? How about that?
That's a home run.
Much better than my first semester. All right, have fun.
Tell them I said Merry Christmas.
We say Merry Christmas as well.
Yeah, how about that? Way to go, Ryan.
Oh, what a guest. That was a special guest.
Bye. Yeah, leave those keys here. All right. We're fighting over the car. I'm proud of her. She went for many reasons, but she's got to keep swimming. So
yes, like Nemo, just keeps.
She went with a teammate who lives in Merrick, the aquatic center. Like, I know you can buy a Nassau County leisure pass, and then like I think Mike does it. If you want to go swim, it's like $15 every time you swim. She went there yesterday and inquired. They do a special deal for winter break for students.
Wow.
It was like $40. It's good till the end of January, and it's all you can swim.
That's great.
Yeah. It's like, sweet. She got a little cute ID card. So she's been going every morning.
Amazing.
She leaves for Puerto Rico on January 2nd for her training trip. How about that?
Big pile of garbage.
Puerto Rico, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What are you serving for Christmas, Mike?
So Christmas Eve, we have Nancy's family. I bought a ham. They're a big ham crowd.
Okay.
So ham is the central dish with other things around it. I think, haven't gotten orders yet for Christmas Day. Christmas Day is nice. It's Smile Lines and her 3 boys, including that would be my brother-in-law Danny and the 2 little guys. And my mother-in-law comes back. She can't get enough of us. And my dad. So normally we'll do a filet mignon. I think we'll probably do that again.
Yep.
A roast.
Fantastic.
What are your guys? Because you probably won't get into Festivus episodes after. So yeah, what
after Christmas?
Bosco, what is your Christmas Eve?
So
Christmas plans?
I am hosting Christmas Eve. I'll be getting ready for Christmas Day.
A prep time.
Prep time, little prep time. I'm doing the beef tenderloin filet mignon that you get from Costco.
Yep.
And some mashed potatoes, some other things around it.
Beautiful.
We'll be having my brother and his family and my parents. My dad's back in action.
No, happy to hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is a good Christmas. I'm excited.
Good deal.
I hope he puts you in a headlock. Feats of strength.
Gar, what about you?
We're not hosting, so
thank God, because the vacuuming would be unreal.
Yeah, it's actually really nice not to be hosting. She's not in. I mean, she's in regular panic mode, but not full on panic mode. Mm-hmm. So
I'm awaiting the arrival of the cleaning lady, who is coming anytime now.
Excellent.
So you doing anything for Christmas Eve or just Christmas? What's your story? Even though you're not hosting, are you going somewhere for both?
We'll be at my in-laws, my sister-in-law's for the fish dinner with the Italians on Christmas Eve.
Loyal listener Jackie O'Donoghue does that whole thing, and she always counts me in as part of it.
It's great,
and I get leftovers.
It is great. So I'm looking forward to that. That's always a really nice dinner. And then Christmas Day, we're going to Deb's brother's house. My Uncle Artie, the resident Jet fan who is just beside himself year after year with his Jets. And
poor Artie.
We it's tough. You guys know it. You're living that life.
They got him a win.
You know it. He saw them win in '69. That was it.
Oh, well, so then screw him.
At least he got to see one.
Him and Bosco, the only people I know that saw that. Bosco's
older than me, yeah.
Well, that's great. My best to Artie.
Yeah. We'll
and Uncle stays in Florida?
Doug will be in Florida as far as I know. I don't know if he's planning on popping up here. His birthday is New Year's Eve, so sometimes he's up in the area.
Oh, tell him to stay in Florida.
I don't know what he's got planned this year. I don't think he's coming up.
Good for him. Before we wrap, I must say...
he's not. You know what? He's shooting on New Year's Day, I think it is, Alabama and... Who are they playing? They're playing another big team in college football.
Oh, but it's a shitty bowl. It's not the playoffs.
No, I know. And I said to him, no one will probably be there. Oh, it's Michigan against Alabama.
Oh, that's cool.
On New Year's Day, he's shooting that. I believe it's New Year's Day. Yeah. Or
maybe
his birthday, maybe New Year's Eve.
Everybody enjoy the college football this weekend. Lots of fun.
Anthony's very excited. He's already told me, he's like, I probably have to watch the game not in the house because I can't know if I could take mom.
Right. Could be Ryan Day's last game.
Absolutely
could be.
Or it could be the part of the redemption arc.
It could be part of the redemption arc. Absolutely. I got to say, I got to talk about soccer for a minute. The Forest game was just awesome last weekend. So fun. And part of it is knowing that Sumu's in the building and he's dying with every play. I mean, oh my God, we go down playing Austin Villa, quality team, and we go down 1-0 after we had a goal.
Score a goal, got called back.
Yeah, and ridiculous save. We had an offside. We had a ridiculous save. We lose, and of course, Sumu thought it was over. I thought it was over, and then we come back and we win that game 2-1. I was screaming here. It was Nancy and I were watching. As soon as she came back, things turned around. I wouldn't let her move. She was trying to do things in the house. I was so excited that I went to the Fernwood afterwards to celebrate, and we actually had a lovely video chat with Lizzie Big Tits and Christian and William. They were all pumped up. William and Sumu were the ones at the game. So much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Great. I got to tell Fraser about that that afternoon.
Yeah.
I was like, end of the game. They kind of came back and won. He's like, no.
His Chelsea is doing just fine. Although Cole, my captain, didn't get me shit this week. But I'm happy to hear those Englishmen are worried about me in the
they are.
Fantasy.
They were asking me a lot of questions about who you were playing before that weekend came up.
Bring it.
I'm like, I don't know. He doesn't tell me who he's playing. I'm like, I can't even name 5 players in the league. Don't worry about it.
You could. So Forest this Saturday, 10 a.m. on USA. Everybody can watch.
Nice, good. They've been getting a lot of main TV coverage here in the U.S., which is nice.
Against Brentford, and then as I said, we don't have. They play on St. Stephen's Day as well. Well, we don't have any TVs yet, but a lot of good soccer coming up.
And also thrilling, the NCAA's Vermont.
Big
overtime
I fell asleep.
Win.
Appreciated Rob letting me know that was on. I would say that my quick analysis was Marshall was much more skilled. Thought they were the better team, but Vermont they're on a run and they play their style, a little bit of kick and chase, but they have their finishing moves. And then I watched the replays of the goals they got, and it was ridiculous, like long passes and then making great moves, and they could finish.
The game that the semifinal game we watched, it was on before the Ohio State Marshall game, and the end of it was really good too. I mean, they scored really late and then got the game to PKs and won.
Yep, I saw the highlights. I was watching a lot of it yesterday.
Cardiac kids.
Apparently, they got they have a couple of guys they got from like a Ukrainian club team in Philadelphia.
Dude, none of these teams in college anymore. They recruit overseas constantly. Like Ohio State apparently was not ranked going into the season, and they were the first time ever a team went into a season unranked and finished number one. They had one of their stars shot right before the Final Four weekend.
I got to look more into it. I know it's all international, but
it's still good soccer.
If it's like, it seems like guys that like didn't make it in the academies over there, like when they were young, and now they're like 22, and they're still really good.
They're still really good, right?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Good times.
Excellent. Yeah, DenBob, we just put him to sleep.
That's all right. We had to touch on it.
Hello?
Save it to the end.
Hi.
Save it to the end. I'm back. I'm good.
All right. I think that's it. So I hope everybody has a really Merry Christmas. Join us next week for our live Festivus episode.
We'll announce the time as soon as possible.
Details will be posted in Discord and Twitter and all that, or X soon.
Thank you for my shirt.
Yes, whomever that mysterious sender was. And there is a Festivus exchange program going on if anybody's interested on the Discord.
If you want in on the BMO Festivus snack exchange, it's not too late, I don't think. It keeps hiding the announcements in threads.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right. Merry Christmas. And until next time, be Gar-rific.
Gar out.
Have a great day.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Talk to you on the 26th.
I pledge allegiance to the family of the United GarCast of the Discord, and to the Montana commune that we will all meet up at when humanity finally craps the bed. One Gar nation, under God, or thoughts, with a vow to be excellent to one another, and to always follow that one simple rule: don't be a dick. Gar pluribus unum.